Greetings my lovelies, hi, it's Emmy, welcome back to another Whatcha Eating. Today I have this for you. This is Adventuresome Ramen Yasan. Yay! So I did this set way back when I was living in Japan, and it was one of the first Popin Cookin sets I ever did, and I loved it. This one's a little bit different. That set was savory, this one is sweet. So I found this while we were in Japan, but I'm sure you can find it online. Let's do this. There it is. Here we are. This looks like the ramen noodles. This is the soup. Includes a little toothpick, the gyoza filling, a little bag, candy, and there's the fork. And here is the lovely mixing tray. Looks like this kit actually includes a gyoza mold. So we're going to cut that out along with all these other pieces. For the bowl, I'm going to leave a little tab here so I can hold it while I stir. And there we are. There are all the pieces. With our impeccably clean hands, we're going to take our soft candy and make 2 gyozas and leave a little bit for the tamago and a little bit for the naruto. This is very soft, nice candy. Here's a little bit for the tamago. And I need half that much for the naruto. We're going to use this little template here and get our perfect gyoza shape. Alright, so there are my 2 gyoza rounds. This time we have a little press to make the gyoza. In the last set we had to actually pleat them ourselves. So it makes it a little bit easier. So what we're going to do is place our little round in our mold here and press it so we have a little bit of an indentation on both sides. We take our gyoza filling and place it in the middle here. Cute. Look like little meat pellets. I don't remember the original filling looking like this. I think the original filling was more like little candy beads, but this is pretty cute. It looks more meat-like. It's funny. And then we're supposed to fold it in half and pleat them. Alright, so give it a little squeeze. Ah! Super cute! Look at that! And you have a perfect little gyoza. Wow, that turned out better than I thought it would. Great. I think one hint is to make sure that your gyoza wrapper goes all the way to the edge, and that way you'll get a good seal. So we'll place our little gyoza on our plate and move on to the next step. So we're going to fill our little cup up all the way to the line, and then we're going to add our soup mix. And it is brown like it was the first time, but it doesn't smell salty. It smells like ramen. So next we're going to make the noodles. We're going to fill the water up to the line. Then we're going to add this packet, the noodle men packet. Add that in there. Add a little stir. And we have some very yellow goo. This also smells like ramen, a little bubblegummy. So now that we have our goo mixed, we're going to prepare our bag. Take the toothpick, place it inside the bag, and poke a hole in the very corner. Like that. And that's where the noodles will be extruded out of. Hear the birds tweeting? The birds are happy. Now we're going to take our little bag and gather it up. So into our little soup, we're going to take this and drizzle in our noodles. Oh my gosh, look at that! How cool is that? Can you see those noodles forming? That is so stinking cool. I love it. So I'm going to save a little bit of this goo so we can make our naruto and tamago. Press these into here and form our little egg. So for those of you that don't know what naruto is like a little kind of fish cake. It's like kameboko. Did you see that spider just crawl by? Yeah. Yes, friends, we're doing this outside. Now we'll take our little toothpick and pop her out of the mold. There's our beautiful naruto. Okay. To finish these off, we're going to take a little bit of the leftover noodles paste and fill our egg. Very cute. I noticed on here they show the little peas in the ramen, so I'm gonna take some of that meat filling and take some of those peas and sprinkle them on here. Alright, so here's our finished Popin Cookin set, and it turned out beautifully. And that's the reason why I love these Popin Cookin sets, is because as long as we have some dexterity, these kits work, and they work really well. I'm impressed with the little gyoza maker that they sent. It makes the gyoza making a lot easier, but I have to confess I love pleating gyozas myself, but this was definitely fast and easy. And the noodles turned out beautifully. Here's little noodles. I love the addition of the little egg and the fish cake. I think it's really adorable, but this is my favorite part. Look at these noodles. Look how realistic they look. Not only in texture, but in color. They look just like ramen noodles. Alright, let's give them a taste. So weird. Itadakimasu. The taste is not bad. It tastes like ramen soda, kind of bubblegummy and lemon limey. But I have to confess I like the original one better because it was savory. I actually like that. I think a lot of people didn't. But because it looks savory, I feel like it should taste savory, but it doesn't. It's weird. The soup is ramen as well, so it's sweet and kind of bubblegummy and sweet tarty as well. Let's try the little Naruto fish cake. That tastes better. The soft candy tastes like ramen as well, but it's a little bit tart and sour, so it has a little bit more contrast. This is just wet and kind of soggy in texture, but then it has the flavor of bubblegum. It tastes just like the Naruto, which isn't surprising, right? Alright, let's give the gyoza a taste. Itadakimasu. Much better. The candy is nice and soft and chewy and tastes like ramen soda again, but it has a little bit of sourness, which is nice. Let's see if I can get some of that filling. So when you bite into the filling, it's a little bit surprising because it's a little bit sour and slightly, not fizzy, but kind of crumbly. And the flavor is cola. This is Adventuresome Ramen Yasan, the new version of the ramen Popin Cookin. And I have to say, there are parts that I like about it and there are parts that I don't like about it. But I'm glad they brought it back because the noodle making is super, super fun in this. I definitely recommend it just for that reason alone. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys learned something, and I shall see you in the next video. Toodaloo. Take care. Bye. Do you see this? Do you see the size of this? This is probably 5 times the size. Hey, what's your favorite apple? My favorite's Honeycrisp.